Alright, hey everyone, this is Ash. Welcome back to the King's Speech. So as promised, we're going to get caught up with the rest of the Shonen Jump chapters today before I go on hiatus until at least I'm thinking mid-August or so. We'll see how it turns out. Like I said, I'll probably do a proper channel update closer to the date when I'm planning on coming back with stuff, if I plan on coming back. But yeah, like I said, we're going to get through some Shonen Jump stuff today. So we got some Gokurakugai. The Spy Family's reached its 100 chapter milestone, so that should hopefully be interesting. We've got some Akane Banashi also as well to get caught up on. So a lot of good stuff coming your way, so if you haven't already, please do like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. But without further ado, let us dive into it. Gokurakugai Chapter 18, Girl Trouble by Yuto Sano. As we pick up where we left off last time, with Tao interrupting Utsu and Alma's little almost attempted makeout session. As she's just like, make sure to clean up this mess. And Alma's like, hey, get off me now! What's gotten into you? And Utsu's just glaring at Tao with, who are you? And Tao, just not giving a shit, goes and takes a seat behind her desk with, who are you? It's like, don't answer a question with a question. What are you to him? Did I do lettering credits? A translation by David Evelyn, lettering by Finn K. And Alma's like, hang on! And Tao's like, his employer? It's like, why the rising inflection? Is it a relationship you can't speak of? Are you two lovers? Is this an age gap romance? And Tao's like, I'll explain. And he's like, well, you see, this is who I was talking about the day before yesterday. She's Mr. Maki's girlfriend, and she's like, Al? Your name is Al? What a cool name. Can I call you Al, or should I use your last name? And he's like, bah, you stay quiet. He's like, listen up. First off, Miss Tao and I are employer and employee. The troubleshooting agency's superior and subordinate. Also, I'm Alma. You kind of freak me out, so I don't really care I don't really want you to call me by name. That's all. And she's like, Alma? You were Alma this whole time? And he's like, what? Did Mr. Maki mention me? And he's like, oh my gosh, this has to be fate. She's like, goes in for another hug again. Lucky ass bastard. And he's like, you're freaking me out. I was like, let go. This makes no sense. I don't know you. It's like, don't worry. You can get to know me from here on out. And Tao's like, Al, if this isn't part of a gig, then let's head out. He's like, what? So you two are together and on a nickname basis. He's like, did you hear a single word I said? And Utsu's like, so you only want old ladies like her with big breasts and no other redeeming qualities? He's like, say what? Does he have a giant bump? He's like, those are dangerous man-killing weapons. Dora almost murdered me with those things before. Christ. I think I've got two good chapter titles for this. He's like, I think they'd be better off without him. He's like, who is this Dora? And you see Dora just like grabbing Alma to an embrace into her bosom. Again, lucky little bastard. He's like, oh, for crying out loud, shut up and listen already. He's like, I'm sorry. Utsu's always like this. Like, please don't hate her. And she like drops to her knees and starts crying. He's like, say what? He's like, hey, quit crying. I'm sorry for snapping at you. He's like, actually, you have Mr. Maki anyway. Are you trying to spite date me or whatever? And she's like, I like you right now, Alma. He's like, but why? Wait, did you break up? He's like, that doesn't matter. He's like, it does though. He's like, besides, love burns brightest when obstacles get in its way. Even if there are a bunch of other women around, you haven't noticed Utsu yet. If you pick her in the end, then... He's like, yeah, Yaya said the same thing before. So girls like that kind of thing, huh? And she just gets like a shocked face, gets like, who is Yaya? It's like the waitress downstairs. Javin, hey, as you just see her like getting up and just like rushing out the door. It's like, hey, what is it this time? Wait, damn it. And you see below is, hello and welcome. And Utsu's like, are you Yaya? It's like, that I am. Can I help you with something? It's like, what are you to Alma? It's like, huh? He's like, hey, you idiot, what are you doing? He's like, Auntie's gonna chew me out. And you see that she's looking at Yaya's chest and going, Alma did say he liked flat chests, so he likes this girl more than Utsu? He's like, what? He's like, I did not say that. And she's like, deplorable. Shame on you, Alma. Do you just look at boobs all day? I don't remember raising you that way. And he's like, you're his mother? It's like, no, you've got everything wrong. And you see the lunch restaurant behind him. They're just like looming. And she goes, quit getting in the way during business hours, you bunch of idiots. And you see as they're sitting outside, he's like, I'm sorry, Alma. He's like, listen, if apologies fixed everything, then we wouldn't need the police. Granted, I've never seen a useful police officer, but still. He's like, but Utsu can only say sorry. He's like, stop crying, stop it. He's like, just cut. He's like, what's that? He's like, god damn. She's like, must cut. And you see her just like scraping her little, little slash marks in her arms. Just repeating like, must cut, must cut, must cut. He's like, what are you doing? She's like trying to self-harm herself. He's like, Utsu being around annoys you, doesn't it, Alma? She's better off dead, right? He's like, absolutely no one said that. And he takes off like a little Kleenex track and starts trying to clean her. He's like, why would you try to hurt yourself? He's like, well, because if I do this, everyone gives me attention. Just like now. And he's just like, talking to you is driving me nuts. He's like, that's because Utsu's the only thing on your mind, right? And you're the only thing on Utsu's mind. This is what they call mutual love, isn't it? You like Utsu, right? And he's like, I hate you. He's like, no one's ever told me they hate me before. He's like, you're making me fall for you even more. He's like, why? He's like, I told you, love burns its brightest when obstacles get in its way. He's like, I just can't keep it together with you. He's like, no, I don't want to break up. He's like, that's not what I meant by keep it together. We're not friggin' dating. He's like, what are you, an alien? Communication is lost on you. I'm gonna go grab a bandage at the restaurant. And she's like, Utsu isn't an alien. It's like, jokes were lost on you too. It's like, Utsu is just like you, Alma. The same blood flows through me. It's like, what do you mean by that? And she's like, I'm saying I'm not an alien. I'm a person just like you. And he's silent for goes, yeah, not quite. Anyway, once I get you a bandage, you need to go back home. You've got no business here. It's like, but I do. It's like, the heck? What? It's like, I want you to go on a date with me. He's like, hell no. It's like, just this one time. I'll go home if we do. And it's like, if we don't, so then I'll be there while you work, while you eat, while you sleep, while you use the toilet, while you take a bath, every waking moment until the day you die, Alma. He's like, all right, let's hit the town. Oh, but just this one time. You're going home before dinner. And you see later with Tao on the phone going, score anything? He's like, not yet. It's like I said before, don't rush to solve this matter. Did you share the info about the manga with Alma? He's like, actually, is he doing well? He's like, yeah. Is he lonely because he hasn't seen me in recently? It's like, it's barely been a month. It's like, he's doing well enough to leave the office a mess and not come back yet. And you see paper, suspicious deaths, count totaling 81. It's like, sounds great. He's still at the prime age where he'll want to cut loose. I'd say that shows he's fine and healthy. Why, back in my day, and you see how I assume that's Tatsuo when she's hanging up on. And as she does, she picks up, the hell's jacket is that? Is that Utsu's or is that the guy she kills jacket? I can't remember. It's been a while since I read the last chapter. She sees the little blood stains on it and goes, Yoki. He's like, what's up? It's like, this may be unrelated, but I need you to have Tatsuomi search for Alma. I think Alma's with a girl named Utsu right now. I want to know her background. He's like, right, you got it. It's like, pay him for me while you're at it. He's like, huh? She just hangs up with a thanks. And you see at the restaurant with Yaya going, Tao! It's like, now see here. Can I be pissed at you for not giving your boys some proper parental supervision or whatever you call it? It's like, I'd rather you not. It's like, anyway, Yaya, mind giving me the address of this Mr. Maki? It's like, fine, but you have to tell me I'm cute. It's like, It's like, you sure are cute. It's like, woohoo! It's like, let's see. Mr. Maki's house is... It's like, come to think of it, I've never been on a date before, so I'm totally clueless here. It's like, huh? So does that make Utsu your first? It's like, that's great. I get to be your first. It's like, you got anything you want to do? He's like ignoring her. It's like, we can just have a regular date. I'd like to share a meal together, play games together, and gaze at the beautiful view of the city together at night. It's like, that'd be past dinner time, though. It's like, don't worry. Utsu will take the lead on this date. It's like, can't you listen for 1 second? And you see Tao as she goes to see Maki. She's like holding her nose with like the corpse rotting. And she sees like his corpse, like all the blood having like poured out of it. And she thinks back to like another picture of another guy also who are like bled out of his orifices. And you see Utsu like she's like playing happy-go-lucky with Alma. She's like going shopping. They're going through the town playing like arcade games and stuff. And you see later at night is like walking past the city. He's like, wasn't that fun, Alma? He's like, crap. Do I have enough for the train back? It's like, so, that means you're having so much fun you stopped caring about money, right? It's like, well, it is the first time I've had some fun in a while. It's like, but anyway, you'll be good and go back home now, right? He's like, oops. It's like, oh, come on, you said you would. And she like grabs on him. He's like, I don't wanna. It's like, hey, cut that out. Don't start clinging to me. It's like, but Utsu loves you. And I want you to love Utsu too. It's like, this can't be the end. It's like, what the heck? Like I said, it'll never work out. It's like, yeesh, you're strong. It's like, okay then, friends. We can be friends instead. Come on, we ate together, we went to the arcade, and we saw the city at night. We checked every box. Time to go home. And you see she's got like this menacing, ghostly look on her face. She goes, we can't be just friends. And he's like, huh? God damn. And you see that she just starts stabbing him in the chest. He goes, I'm sorry, but it's their fault for not falling in love with Utsu, Alma. You're the one that person has an eye on. Utsu thought she'd get killed if she tried to go after you, but Utsu loves you too, so she doesn't want someone else to take you away. She won't give you to anyone, not even Mr. Yomi. That's why Utsu will kill you. She doesn't care if she gets killed, not as long as she gets every piece of you, Alma. And she's like smiling all beatifically as like the blood from the knife is just like swirling around her. So yeah, I don't know. Guess thoughts on the chapter, like I feel like it leaned a little bit too heavily on the comedy aspect of it, like to the detriment of everything else in the chapter. And I feel like if it did want to do the comedy, I feel like it could have utilized it a little bit better. Like I feel like they could have really played up, because like when Alma's like, Utsu's like, oh, you know, what's the deal between you and Alma? Is like, what are your relationship like, everything? If she's asked like, oh, you know, are you two lovers and everything? I think it would have been funny if they reacted with the same kind of disgust, where it's like, if you know, if someone asked a brother and sister, like, hey, are you two dating? Like, what's your deal? And they're just like disgusted by the fact that you don't think they'd have like any kind of relationship like that. I think that would have been a funnier angle to like play up for the comedy beats. Apart from that, like, again, it just went on a little bit too far with like Utsu running around being like, oh my god, like, what are you to Alma? What are you to Alma? And him being like, oh, you know, I'm so annoyed by you. Like, it just felt like a gag that went on for too long. Apart from that, like, I don't know, man. Like, it's been a while, and the chapter takes so long to come out, but I can't remember if Alma was just always this dense when she's like, oh, you know, the same blood flows through me, and he's just like, what do you mean by that? What does that mean? Like, I'm so confused. Like, bro, you just met like a bunch of people who were manga in human forms. One even related to Tao. Like, how was that not the first thought that came to your mind when this weirdly suspicious person just showed up at your door? Like, it just feels like, you know, they had to dumb him down to kind of get through this whole routine with her being like, you know, playing up the stalker girlfriend bit. Yeah, apart from that, I don't know. I'll have to wait to see what the next level is, like what the next arc or chapter is going to be with this. But yeah, I don't know. It was like kind of a weird chapter. Yeah, so we'll see what the next one goes from here. Like I mentioned at the beginning, there'll be a couple of Shonen Jump videos coming out this weekend before I go on break, so look forward to that. As always, if you do like this comment, please, you know, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hopefully read-throughs and everything will come back with a vengeance sometime in August. Like I said, I'll do a proper channel update video at that point. But until next time, this is Ash. I'll talk to you all later.